Kindly allow me to bring enlightenment to this matter because I have seen quite a number of people coming up and saying that we have different versions of the Bible, but the more accurate term is Bible translation. And this is quite important because we actually have different methods of translations and not different stories or different versions of the Bible. So, for example, we have King James Version. With King James Version, the translators here they use what we call a formal equivalence of translations, which is sometimes or generally can be known as word for word type of translation. What the translators do here within the King James Version is that they aim to stay as close as possible to the original Hebrew and the original Greek words that were used. And then we have versions like and then we have translations like NIV, NLT, and others. What these ones do that they use what we call a dynamic equivalence of translation, or in general sense, we can call it a thought for thought type of translation. The goal here with this dynamic equivalence or thought for thought type of translation is that they want to capture the meaning. They want to capture the meaning of the text in a natural and modern language. Now, these approaches are different. Yes, I mean, one is for word, and the other one is thought for thought. But they do not create different Bibles or different versions of the Bible. They simply reflect two philosophies of how to best communicate God's word across the whole world and in various languages and cultures as well. Now, this is quite important. The distinction between Bible version and Bible translation is quite important because the word version can mislead. The word version suggests that there are multiple different accounts of the same story, as we might see in various mythologies within the world. Now, because we're home, let's stick with the Zulu creation myth. Now, one version within the Zulu creation myth says that the world was created by uNkulunkulu alone, and he emerged or he emerges from the reeds, then he shapes all creation and everything comes forth after him. While we have another version that attributes creation to an earlier being called Umvelingangi. Now, Umvelingange in this version is the one that brings forth the reeds, or rather generally to say that he's the one that causes creation more broadly in every way. Now, these are two different versions because one creation is attributed to Mvelingange and the other creation is attributed to uNkulunkulu. And even when you compare them both and go down with them, you get to realize that there are even more major variants within these versions as well. But the Bible is not like that.